What is going on to all you goats out there? I am the Yu-Gi-Oh scrub, but you can call me Bailey, and do you see what I did there? It's a little double entendre. I called you goats, because it's greatest of all time, and I, the Yu-Gi-Oh scrub, play goat format. Haha. Today we are playing with something I just kind of threw together and felt like playing. Actually, didn't throw it together right now. I've had it built for a while. I think I featured it a long time ago. I called this Beast Down, but it's a mix of Cat Burn and Cat OTK. Cat Burn obviously using the Guakigiri Pandas, Ojama Trios, and things like Just Dessert and Secret Barrel. We cut down on the burn package a bit and have kind of gone for a stall into a giant OTK push turn. Cat OTK works by using Rescue Cat and then Last Will to get another Rescue Cat, and you put a couple Mindless Radiance, a Guakigiri Panda, maybe the one Death Wombat, just because sometimes if the opponent doesn't have many monsters on the field, Panda's not that big, but you're just putting a bunch of monsters. If you have a couple Mindless Radiance, two of them equals 1,000 extra damage on each of your monsters, three of them 1,500, so they can get pretty beefy pretty quickly, doing lots of damage. The Pandas help get over the defense position monsters, and then you just basically stall the game with Level Limit Area B and Gravity Bind and Swords of Revealing Light, and then use Giant Trunade when your opponent when you have all the combo pieces you need, make everything go back to the hand, and then you just OTK from there. Now, I've got a couple Rivalry of Warlords, just because it works well with the Ojama Trio. A couple Solemn Judgments, not a couple, 3 Solemn Judgments, just to, sometimes if you don't have that Trunade, you just want to make that push, and you have the backup of Solemn to know that whatever you're going to do is going to go through. Kind of just have a bunch of stuff in the side deck, the Exile Force and Injection Fairly, because you can bring them in. They're good rat targets. The Heavy Storm, Double Nobleman for any flip monsters. I wanted to have this in the main deck, but Panda kind of deals with those defense position monsters. Obviously not the flip effects, but you don't necessarily really care. Sometimes you're just, stalling out until you get the cards you need, and that's the game plan of this deck. Bottomless could probably be something different, but whatever. We're just going to go in with it and go join the GOAT format ladder, get hopefully a few matches in. Let's click that button as always for your viewing pleasure, and wish you a fantastic day. And if you're not having a fantastic day, well, go and make it a fantastic day. And then you can come back to my video and then make it a better fantastic day. What's better than fantastic? Spectacular? Do my videos make you have a spectacular day? My opponent hit me with a have fun. I used to be one of those people like, why would I wish my opponent luck? I'll wish him fun, but not luck. But that's such a dad joke. Alright, opening hand, Premature, Last Will, Mindless Radiant, Ojama Trio, Area B, and MST. I think we will set Ojama Trio, and I suppose we'll activate the Area B just because we need a little bit of defense. We have absolutely nothing to stop attacks, so hopefully the Area B might beta heavy, but it also just kind of stalls my opponent out if they don't have it, depending on what they're playing. Knowing my luck, they're probably playing Water. He summons a Giant Rat, goes to defense, that's fine. And sets one card. We draw Giant Trunade for turn. I think we'll just pass our turn again. No need to push. A Rescue Cat would be great. Rescue Cat might just be game. Pot of Greed. Also, all your monsters are below level 3 for the most part. I mean, your Giant Rats aren't, but the Area being Gravity Bind, you don't even need the Trunade to pick them up, but obviously Trunade can just act as a very safe way because it doesn't destroy, and you're just making everything go away. Opponent tributes for Grand Marg. We will Ojama Trio. And Grand Marg will go to defense. We get another Area B. Okay. That's fine. Mindless Radiant. We could set it. I think we will. If it gets a Nobleman, that's fine. But say we draw a cat, we'll then have this on the board, and we'll be able to tribute the cat and flip this up, and I think that'll be pretty good. Just basically use our normal summon that we get for turn to just put the body on board, because that 500 extra damage per monster could end up being the difference. Opponent sets a back row. And I think they'll probably get pass turn. We get a Guakagiri Panda. Alright, well, unfortunately, we're going to lose the Panda. Panda was going to be able to start doing a bunch of damage, but doesn't look like we'll be doing anything now. We'll pass our turn. Also putting the Milus Radiant because it gives us a decent premature burial target. With Last Will in hand, if we do get the Rescue Cat, we don't really need to use Premature for the Rescue Cat. Premature, in a sense, acts as... I did shuffle, right? Not viewing. Extra deck. Just make sure. Yeah, shuffle deck. Now, is it going to let me go to main phase 1? Maybe it's lagging because he's activating another Dust Shoot. Or it's just laggy because it's Dueling Book. Alright, well, I think we will summon the Panda. I did shuffle 2. Checked log to be sure. And this is sitting at 2,800. $3,300. And this is 800. Not that that matters too much. And we'll go ahead and attack over the Grand Marg if it can go through. I don't think there's a need to use the True Nade here. He's thinking. I would love to just get a free 2,300 damage. That's pretty dang powerful right away. Also interesting, you don't see Grand Marg every single day. With the Giant Rat, probably an Earth aggro. So he does take 23. And then we'll set the MST in case of a Snatch Steal or something along those lines. Earth aggro, I think, can play Dust Tornado somewhat commonly. It's a good way just to trade 1-for-1 with your opponent's back row, allowing your big Earth monsters to just attack freely. But the Area B certainly gives Earth aggro a little bit of trouble. All those big Earth monsters can kind of suffer. Dust Tornado hits the Area B. So I called that. Summons Tribe Infecting Virus. Alright, calls Prio. That's fine. He takes 900 more damage from all the tokens. Summons a Gigantes as well. And just goes to battle. We'll take 1,600 and 1,900. Come on, let's draw a cat here. Call of the Haunted. We will MST the call. Don't want that Grand Marg coming out. Sets another back row, and we get another Panda. Alright, let's see here. Standby, main. Panda is going to be at 1,800. I think we got to get rid of that Tribe Infecting Virus. So we're going to summon the Panda. It'll go to 18. and attack the tribe. Ring of Destruction. We'll each take 18. And then we will activate the second area B. And I think pass turn there. One problem here is, like, I could Premature Burial back a Panda, but the Gigantes will get its effect and destroy both Area B and whatever I bring back with the Premature. I suppose I could actually Premature Last Will. He does put another monster on board, and we get Call of the Haunted. So let's think here. If I brought back a Guacagiri Panda, be at 23, deals 1,000 over the Gigantes. If I was to Last Will, I could get another Panda, attack over the tribe, I think what we're going to do is just activate the Premature and not use anything. No True Nade, no Last Will. Last Will, in theory, could insulate me from a Sakuretsu armor, but I don't think that's the play. This now goes back down to 1,800. And I do think I'll set the Call of the Haunted. It's a little risky, but and also put that there just to mark that it's with the Premature Burial. We're both pretty low on life points now, but I have the attack position monster. Next turn, in theory, I could call another Panda, attack over this face down, likely do a decent bit of damage. And then, actually, I could also Giant True Nade, get back Premature. This now goes to 2,300. I get another Giant True Nade. So I do think I just have game here. So we're going to activate True Nade and see if it goes through. We'll activate Premature Burial. Pay 800. Special Summon a Panda. Also at 2,300 now. And then if I True Nade, bring back Premature Burial. Yep, I'm going to do it. True Nade, bring back Premature. We're going to go pretty low, but I think this is the kind of play that we need to do. Bring back Milas. This goes to 2,800. And then, what's that? 15. So, okay, so he knew it was game. I was gonna then Last Will, and if I attack over the Gigantes, then I would have been pretty safe and sound. We'll bring in the Sakuretsu armors. I think Bottomless Trapples could actually be pretty interesting too. We'll take out the Rivalry, maybe even the Just Desserts. They're interesting, but I don't think they're as important in this matchup. And then maybe... what else? Maybe one Judgment. Maybe take out both Judgments and just bring in my good Earth monsters to get. Exiled Force can also trigger the Last Will, so that's good. We get Gravity Bind, Ring, Snatch Steal, Premature, Giant Rat. I like this. This is not bad. Could be better, but not terrible. Opponent, ooh, King Tiger Wang Hu. Well, I think we'll start by stealing his Wang Hu. And just try to attack. And then we'll set a Ring of Destruction and pass turn. And yep, not Dust Tornado, or at the very least he didn't Dust Tornado the back row. He also might have Dust Tornado the Snatch Steal. He will gain 1,000 in standby. I almost hope he just summons something bigger. Alright, he Heavy Storms. We will Ring of Destruction the Wang Hu just to get it off the board. Oh, Zing Zang Hu. Not a great card, to be honest. I mean, it does hit the Gravity Binds, but I don't really play the burn cards. And, like, that's great against the burn cards if you can get it face down, and then I set Just Desserts and Secret Barrel. But this is a different version of the cat deck. The Ojama Trios aren't there for the burn. I, like, appreciate it. I'll say thanks. But, to be honest, I don't know. I feel like it could be trolling. Don't really know. Should he go all in? What does he have in grave? He has the Wang Hu. Alright, summons the Injection Fairy Lily. We'll take 3,400. And he sets a back row. We get Swords of Revealing Light. We'll set Giant Rat, set Gravity Bind, and set both Gravity Binds plus Swords. I could actually even attack with the Giant Rat. And if he wanted to go down to 600 life points, that actually was definitely the better play, is attack with the Giant Rat. I'll probably do that next turn. I would lose 2,000. Mystic Swordsman level 2, but he can't attack. MST. Okay, so he had what he needed. I get punished. We will go to a game 3. No. Take out the bottom. No, bottomlesses could be pretty good. Rivalry is like, when it goes off, it's really powerful. But it's not always. Okay, we get Exiled and Last Will, along with Panda, Ring of Destruction, Gravity Bind, True Nade. We will set a Panda. Set, I think, Gravity Bind. Obviously, this still loses to a Mystic Swordsman level 2. Summons King Tiger Wang Hu. We will flip Gravity Bind to stop that attack. Hopefully no MST. And he just passes turn. We get Ojama Trio. Okay, that's really nice. We'll set Ojama Trio, set Ring. Pass turn. He goes ahead and sets a back row. We get another Last Will. So I think what we do here is a Ring of Destruction, the Wang Hu, assuming it goes through. But even if he wants to Book of Moon, then Wang Hu's effect is turned off, and that's really what I need. And then we'll Trunade, chain Geometrio, go Last Will, summon Exiled, pop a token, get double Rescue Cat from deck, minus 300 too. Declare, Cat will go and get double Mindless Radiant for sure. And then these are 1,000. Panda will be at 18 plus 15, 33, and then 28. I think we go get Panda and Mindless. Flip the Panda. These are at 3,300. This is at 1,800. 3,300, 18, and 18. We'll go attack Panda over a token. He'll take 26. LOL. Very big Panda. GG's. I'm glad he had fun. You know, some people just get so salty on Dueling Book, and it's no fun to be salty. It's very fun content, I'll admit. Every time I put someone like, oh, salty player, blah blah blah, on the thumbnail or the title, definitely does better. Something about our stupid human brains love just seeing other people mad. I try hard not to get salty. I definitely can get a little annoyed at times. You know, I'll just be like, oh, there's that top deck. But it's mostly when I'm playing some garbage and like maybe I'm getting close to a win, and then my opponent just top decks BLS and they're playing Chaos Turbo. But it happens. You know, ultimately my extent is like, oh, that's annoying. I think my saltiness is when it feels like they have every single answer, but that's also Chaos Turbo. You know, you have at least kind of one card for every situation. Opening hand to this game, Swords, Last Will, Judgment, Mindless Radiant, Area B, and Ring of Destruction. I think we'll set the Ring of Destruction and just pass turn. Could maybe set or summon the Mindless Radiant too, but I don't think that's necessary at the moment. I could have done something similar to that other game. Okay, discards a Thunder Dragon, where basically I just try to use my normal summon, because say I do draw a Rescue Cat here. Last Will is great with the Rescue Cat, but I'd only be able to put 2 Mindless Radiants on the board, and that's just not quite enough. But if I had the third one, then I do think it actually can be an OTK. But with Ring of Destruction, if my opponent summons a monster, I'd likely be able to do just enough damage. Reasoning. Okay, we'll call 4. Kind of curious. You don't really see many Reasoning players playing Thunder Dragon, just because you don't want to hit them. Obviously, you can get them out of your deck pretty easily, but... Okay, Sangan, so it might be like a Reasoning control deck, just see good cards with Reasoning. That's fine. Summon Sangan. Hopefully he doesn't tribute for Jinzo. Summons DD Warrior Lady. We will go ahead and ring the DD Warrior Lady. And we'll take 1,000 from Sangan. He sets 1 back row, 2 back row, pass his turn, and there's the Rescue Cat. So I think here, what I'm actually going to do is set Solemn Judgment, activate Swords of Revealing Light, and I'll set the Mindless Radiant. This could be a little annoying if he has a Nobleman of Crossout, but as I've said, I think that having the Mindless Radiant tributes for Thunder Dragon, gets to view his deck, he's already used his normal summon, so Exiled Force doesn't do anything. He gets the Sinister Serpent. But without a True Nade here, this is what I was talking about earlier. Okay, so he does... I think we just have to let that go through. MST's the Swords, allowing him to attack over the Mindless Radiant. We get Gravity Bind. Okay. So here... do we stall at all? I do think we do. I think we activate Area B, set Gravity Bind, and we need like one more card. Whether it's a True Nade to make us feel safe, Ojama Trio would be fantastic. Summons Sinister Serpent. I also don't mind that because him putting bodies on the board actually just makes my pandas stronger. And we get Rivalry of Warlords. That's pretty good. Okay. So what we'll do here is activate the Last Will. Summon Rescue Cat. Declare with Prio. To special summon Mindless Radiant and Panda. He Torrential Tributes. We will Judgment that. And then Last Will be declared. Getting another Rescue Cat. Declare the Rescue Cat. And go and get another Mindless Radiant. And I think actually a Death Wombat. And this will be 18 plus 1,000, so 2,800. This is at 2,600. And these are each at 13. We will use Panda to attack over Thunder Dragon. Not that the 2,300 now matters. We'll go Death Wombat over Sinister Serpent. And it's not quite game. And this is where that burn does kind of come in. But we'll make him go down to 300 life points. And end phase, these all die because of the effect of Rescue Cat. And then we'll just end our turn. Sangan's gone. He does have the Sinister Serpent that he can get and start poking us for 300, but at 300 life points himself, that's pretty dangerous to start sitting that low. He sets a back row, 2 back row. Like, I don't think he can, and card destruction's fine by me. And we get a Rescue Cat, though I think we have what? We do have 2 pandas left in deck. He never got back his Sinister Serpent either. No, he did. Alright, we have a Judgment. So, I think the play here is going to be set Judgment and pass. Because that's going to be our protection. We get another Gravity Bind. Okay. We'll summon Rescue Cat. Declare. And get 2 pandas, each at 1800. And see if we can get an attack in. Mirror Force would be a card. Magic Cylinder. I'll take... That's really tough. I'll take the 18. I think it's fine. And then I'll try to attack. Book of Moon. Will Judgment. Alright, we got the game 1 win. Sweet. He's already done siding. I'll give him the same thing. I'll bring in Death Wombats if I need to in games 2 and 3. Or 3, if I see more burn cards. But 1 Magic Cylinder, and that was it. We get, okay, I like seeing the Panda, Rivalry, and Trio, along with Snatch Steal and Ring. And adjust. Ooh, okay. So we'll set Trio, set Rivalry, set Ring, set Just Desserts, set Panda, pass turn. Standby, we'll Ojama Trio token him. He is using the correct tokens. I love to see it. Not even just like the correct, like all 3 of the correct Ojama tokens. And then we'll flip Rivalry. This now locks him into beast monsters. So we can't even flip up this face down. Meanwhile, we are sitting here with 2,000 damage and just desserts. Panda can attack over tokens. Can't. Rivalry. Yep, you're not allowed to flip because the act of flipping would put a new... No, because it adds a type. Doesn't matter that it was on the field first. Thank you. Check it out in tomorrow's vid. Shameless plug. If he doesn't care, then I'm not going to tell him the channel. We get Pot of Greed. Absolutely. I always show the deck before I enter matches. Alright, we will Pot of Greed. Go ahead and draw 2 cards. Get Gravity Bind and a Rescue Cat. Okay. The only thing here is I don't think I want to use the Rescue Cat right away. We will activate Just Desserts. Then we'll flip the Guakegire Panda, which will be at 2,800. Torrential Tributes. That's fine. Think. Okay, let's think here. If I Ring of Destruction, he'd take 28 plus 9, and that would put him at, what's that, 37. I do think we'll Ring of Destruction, target the Panda, take 2,800. I fought through it last game. Probably could make the side better for it. Alright, so minus 900 from tokens. And here, I think we will try to go Rescue Cat, Declare, and we'll go for, I think, Death Wombat and Mindless Radiant. 800, 2100, and see if we can bait out an Air Force. GG's. I'll show him the deck if he really wants to. You know, it worked out pretty well. Literally irrelevant. No. You show him the Flame Wingmans and the Flame Swordsman. Always put something in extra. Even if you don't want to use it. Yeah, I didn't even realize my opponent doesn't have an extra deck. Well, show him everything just so we can be nice. Yeah, I think it worked out pretty well. I like talking to my opponent. We'll sit here for a second, just see what he has to say. You could, but it's not really necessary. The area, bees, and gravity binds stall enough. And you can't pick and restrict would stop me from OTKing. Yeah, no, like if I had a restrict on my board and then I drew a Rescue Cat, you know, it's harder for me to get rid of my own restrict than it is to get rid of anything. It's broken when it goes off. Yeah, the Ojama Rivalry combo. Is really powerful. But in my deck of beasts, it works well. Yeah, but like I just said, you know, because I'm really just running beasts, I can afford to run the rivalry because it doesn't really hinder me. If you're trying to do like the rivalry Ojama, but you have just too many other kinds of monsters in your deck, it can really mess you up. So I think this is probably my favorite rivalry deck, and maybe that's where I'll get my little title from today. But nice chatting, though. I'm gonna head out. Happy dueling, my friend. Channel is YuGiOh Scrub if you wanted to check it out. Vid on this up tomorrow. I call it Beast Down. It's semi-panda burn semi-cat OTK. Yeah, no, I think it does both things that you need Panda Burn and Cat OTK to do, but it kind of does them pretty well combined, which is why I think it works out pretty well. And just see if he has anything left to say. Alright, he's just viewing the graveyard. And we're going to head on out and show off the deck, because I think that's going to be it from me today. You know, we're 40 minutes into this video. But this performed better than I thought it might. You know, I'm sure there's little changes, like when he was talking about the King Tiger Wong Hu. I think I got kind of lucky having Ring of Destruction for it both times that I saw it in that other match. I definitely can lose to it pretty hard. Actually, really looking at the deck, yeah, I think I got pretty dang lucky, because it's like Snatch Steal, Ring of Destruction. Actually, I did have the Snatch Steal for it, and the idea was like maybe he would attack over it, but I think, you know, we have the Sakuretsu's. Bottomless I have because it can, in theory, get over the Wong Hu, or, you know, stop the Wong Hu. Death's Wombat doesn't. So, yeah, I think Book of Moons would probably be really good in this deck. Maybe, like, over the Bottomless, 2 Book of Moons, because it can do the same thing if the Wong Hu hits the board on turn 1. So, yeah, I think that my opponent actually made a very good point. I think that Wong Hu kind of makes me upset. I think Guakeguri Panda can get over Wong Hu, but you have to hope your opponent has at least 2 monsters on the board. But if they sit on that 1 Wong Hu, then Panda will never be big enough, and you're not going to be able to summon it. But because Panda's effect immediately takes place, maybe I'm wrong. If someone's watching this video still, maybe I'm wrong. Let me know in the comments. But I think Panda would hit the board, automatically be 18, which, you know, if in theory your opponent could bottomless it, or the Wong Hu wouldn't destroy it. But thank you all for watching. I'm very happy with how this deck performed today. I am the Yu-Gi-Oh! Scrub, and goodbye.